Enough! No more Sonic. What's up, guys? Mr. Zaku Haku Paku Guy here. I'm back with another video, and this time I'm going back to my roots. I already did like, I don't know, 5 videos of Sonic, and I'm kind of getting tired of it. And I think at that point I might as well be a Sonic channel, but I don't want to go down that route, so this video will be looking at the Master Grade MSZ 006 Zeta Gundam. Now, it's been a while since I did a video like this. I don't know, I was working on an Evangelion video, and let's just say it really burnt me out. I know I promised a Evangelion video in like a past post, but I don't know, it just wasn't working out for me. I might do an Evangelion video with a different model kit, but for now, we're gonna be looking at a gunpla model kit. So let's take a look at the box here. As usual, very nice artwork. Love the classic blue background. And as usual, these old ones have like the showcase of all the features of it. So we have the front view, rear view, head, stabilizer, and as you can see, there's a little bit of glow there. As you can see, there's a little bit of a glow there. And a peculiar word called LED. I wonder what that means. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So we have the shield. And we have the weapons, which actually comes with 2 this time. We have the Hyper Mega Launcher. A pretty badass word for a weapon. And then we have the standard beam rifle. Then we got cockpit, grenade, and side armor. And of course, with every classic one, we have another side with more features. Now this Gundam model actually transforms, and as you can see, it turns into a kind of a spaceship. I don't know, for the time, there was a big craze for transforming robots. I don't know if it has to do with Transformers or not, but pretty cool. And as you can see, this is the whole Wave Rider from the side view. And of course, with these old Gunpla model kits, they have the optional parts, which you can glue on. And of course I will be doing. Then we have the landing gear, and then the top view and the bottom view of the Wave Rider mode. Now I did get this secondhand from eBay, but I did make sure that all the parts were included. So let's open it up and take a look at this really gorgeous card of the actual model itself. And as you can see from the picture, Bandai hasn't incorporated any kind of like advanced painting techniques like shading or whatnot. And if you watch my other Gunpla videos, you know that I try to paint this as close as I can to the representation of the box art. So that is a win for me. Takes less time to paint it and get this video out. Now we'll take a look at the manual really quick. We have the standard side view of the bust of the Zeta Gundam. AEUG attack use prototype variable form mobile suit. Try saying that 10 times fast. And let's take a look at the insides. Oh my god. Beautiful artwork as usual. I really love these old manuals. I don't know, there's just so much more soul with these manuals. They always show like how these mobile suits work. And of course, I always loved the 90s shitty 3D art. And like I said in one of my other Gunpla videos, they really reminds me of the Beast Wars show. And then we have the list of all the parts that are in the mobile suit. Not the actual model itself, but really cool kind of faux engineering type specifications. And then of course the instructions over here. Blah, 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 blah. And then here is the other beautiful artwork of the actual model itself. Man, why can't Bandai do this kind of stuff anymore? As far as I know, the newer stuff doesn't take a lot of like, I don't know, care to kind of showcase the model. I mean, look at that. It's such a badass view of the Zeta Gundam. I think the Zeta mobile suit is actually one of my favorite designs too. And then we have the Wave Rider mode right here with the, I believe it's called the Rick Diaz, which I think Char pilots. And then on the right, we have the Hyakushiki, which I will do a video on. I did buy that model kit too, so look for that in the near future. And then we have the full art of the picture again right here. Then we have a close-up of the head, the opening cockpit, and the grenade launcher. And then of course the paint scheme of the mobile suit. Now for the paint, I probably will just use the RX-78-2 Aqueous. I think it's called Aqueous, that's what the name is. But yeah, it's pretty much the same color scheme of the RX-78 too. Maybe a little bit deeper yellow, but you know, who cares? And then we have, oh my god, really gorgeous artwork of the Wave Rider mode. And I think it has a big dick mode too. Holy shit, you can actually attach the hyper mega launcher on the underneath side. I think when I started Gunpla, I actually had the 2.0 of the Zeta, but that was when I was starting out and I really fucked up the paint job on that. I don't have it anymore. I don't know, it's in storage or something. And then we have the full completed build. And of course, the decal placement on the model. Now, what I'm looking for is the transformation, which is on the backside. Now, I think for this one specifically, I will actually build this model before I paint it. Because I feel like if I transform it after I paint it, it's going to scratch and fuck up the paint. And I really don't want that to happen, you know, after hours of work. Well, you know what? Actually, if it's a parts forming model kit, then maybe I can paint and then transform. Well, let me see here. Ah, there we go. That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, no. Fuck that. We are going to build this sucker first and not risk any kind of paint chipping, paint scratching, paint whatever. But here are the parts. And whoa, wait a minute. Huh. So many parts are actually pre-decaled. Pretty cool. But it will be painted over. And I believe they do come with the dry transfer decals to replace those pre-existing decals. So here is the red and blue parts. Spoiler alert. Oh, shit. I wonder if I have this battery. Well, I guess we'll see when I'm done painting it. And then, of course, we have the white and poly caps. Ew. It was a different time. It was a different time. More blue parts and some of the V-fin stuff. And I think the rest is like for the body. So, yeah, pretty standard for a classic old Gundam model kit. So I'm going to go ahead and build this. And with a few shakes of the box... And would you look at that? All pieces are cut out. All right, I am going to build this kit. Not sure if I'll do a speed up. If I do, I do. I'll see you then. If I don't, then I'll do a quick cut. All right. Just got done building this and I had a little bit of practice of transforming it. And let's just say the transformation is garbage. The instruction manual for the transformation is garbage. The fact that barely anything tabs in is garbage. But when you do get it down, it's actually not that quite bad. Now I'm going to show this step by step how to transform it. Because like I said earlier, the instruction manual is, it really doesn't do a very good job of explaining anything. Like I literally had to look up another YouTube video. I think it was like a Japanese video too. There's not that many like videos on the 1.0, but they actually showed me the proper way how to transform it. But anyway, let's get into the transformation. I will show you step by step like I said earlier. So let's get into it. I did forget to mention that since this kit is so old, the parts would tend to become brittle, and I did actually break the little hinge right here. I didn't even press in hard. It was supposed to be like this little blue piece right here, but yeah, it's an old kit, so what do you expect? Now this right here is not in the manual. You actually have to fold these little side skirts down, and they tend to pop out, which is really annoying. But yeah, it's supposed to look like that, and you push that back down. Here it is, the Wave Rider mode. The transformation was ass, but I think once you get the practice down, it's not as bad. I think when I memorized like these parts for the wings and like the little tab that goes into the little like cockpit, yeah, it's not that bad. It actually looks pretty good. Now I do have to say, like I said earlier, this is like a 20-year-old model, so I'm really afraid of like breaking any part of this. So if you buy this, just, yeah, be careful. You might break some parts here and there. I guess just don't go caveman on it. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. I do like the option where you can have like, I don't know, big dick mode with this giant mega launcher. I don't know, makes it look more imposing, I guess. All right, I'm gonna actually take it apart and paint it. And if I don't show you the speed up for that, then I'll see you after this cut. All right, I'm back, and let me just say, this thing looks so amazing when you paint it and like decal it up. And speaking of decals, I know I had to use the stickers and the dry transfer decals for this one. I think I might have stated this in my other Gundam videos, but they don't make the water slide decals that are actually for these old kits anymore. So I have no choice if I want to use the old school decals on these like old school model kits. If I only was a boomer. I could have relished in the golden age of gunpla model kits. Now this kit does take a little bit of work to make it look perfect. As you can see, I did do the optional parts. And a word to the wise. These little nubby like fin things aren't actually cut to like the actual shape that it's advertised on the box. And this is what they actually look like coming out of the runner. They're kind of like rectangle shaped. They're sort of like rectangle shape, and you have to actually like cut them into like a shark fin shape to actually get the look. And it's a little annoying, but it's not the hardest thing about this kit. Probably the most difficult part about these old kits is the age. Don't get me wrong, I like me some mature, older gunpla kits. You know what I'm saying? But what I mean is that the plastic from these like older model kits, they don't age pretty well and they're really brittle out of the box. So if you decide to buy one of these older kits, and if you want to use like, I don't know, lacquer paint. If you want to use lacquer paint, I would probably think twice about that. I've already had a lot of trouble, especially with this little piece with the little Z right there. That little like gray hinge joint, like both of them broke. And that wasn't even painted. I was just trying to get them on and they just break so easily. And not even super glue helps. I mean, like, it's such a tight fit. Sex joke. Like, I'm even surprised that the little LED bulb that comes with this kit has survived this long. I mean, I think this came out in like 1996. I don't know. I'm not an electrical engineer, but, you know, it's best to take these kind of things into consideration. And probably the most common, like, difficulties with these old model kits is that certain areas have to be painted, like, in these, like, little yellow spots. Like right here, on the arms, legs, you know the drill. I mean, you could always use the stickers, but, you know, almost barfed a little bit thinking about using stickers. Now, if you're wondering about articulation, if you think I'm going to test this out after I painted this kit, you thought wrong, buddy. That's why I bought another one. Nah, I didn't buy another one just for the articulation. I mean, I should have filmed that before I painted it. Oopsie. Now, the real reason was because I wanted to buy another one just to have it like in the Wave Rider mode and then one in the robot mode. And of course, I'll paint this up, but, you know, I don't want to make the same mistake again of not showing the, you know, articulation. So here we go. Here's the articulation. Head is on a ball joint, so it can go all the way around. Pretty much, I think every joint is on a ball joint minus the legs. So, you know, everything can go all the way around. Bicep goes all the way around as well, but probably not on this arm because of the little shield thingy. Biceps do go all the way around. A double bend at the elbow. Wrist can go all the way around. And for the posable hand, these three fingers on a hinge joint and then a ball joint so it can close to grab the gun. The index finger on a ball joint and then the thumb on a ball joint. Really, this is just a hand to grab the gun. No waist swivel, which is pretty typical for these older kits. And I guess the shield on like a hinge joint. I don't know, it's probably one of the most things I hate about this kit. Side skirts move up that far. Leg goes up that far and back that far. And then we have a double bend at the knee. And foot is on a ball joint, so it can kind of do a pivot. Not that much. A 90-degree toe bend, but that's more for the Wave Rider mode. Little foot flap goes up and down. And that much of a spread. And I guess the wings are articulated, so they're like on a hinge joint right here. And right there, it kind of goes like up and down, I guess. So really side to side and in and out. But pretty much any articulation for like the wings is more for the Wave Rider mode. I need to be more careful with these old kits. I can hear the creaking, which makes me very nervous. Now let's talk about the accessories. Get a pair of relaxed hands, a pair of fists. God damn it. A pair of fists, 2 grenade launcher packs. And if you plug in one of these things into the forearm, you can actually push it forward and the little grenade launcher comes out. Nice. A little gun and a big fuck off gun. Also known as the Hyper Mega Launcher Grenade Gun thingy. Oh yeah, and 2 little beam sabers. Oh yeah, how could I forget the most important accessory? Pilot Man. Alright. One last little feature that Master Grade line in 1996 was the first edition of a LED in a model kit of the Master Grade line, which is in the little tail fin of the Zeta. And when you assemble it, there's a little switch, you put it right here, and the battery goes underneath this white part. And when you turn it on, ta-da! Yeah, it's not that great. It's pretty low. It's not the strongest LED. You probably have to turn off all the lights just to see it. So let's do that right now. Wow. So cool. It's like completely pitch black in here and I can still barely see it. It's probably because I use chrome paint instead of the little foil stickers that come with the kit. Probably would have worked better. So yeah, I would probably highly recommend these model kits. Probably one is enough, but I think if you can afford two, just to have the robot mode and the Wave Rider mode, I would do it if you're a really big Zeta fan. I think they're going for like at least $70 on eBay. But if you don't want to get these guys, I'd probably recommend the 2.0 or the Verka, just because it's more modern and probably has a better transformation gimmick. And hey, did you see the news? The Perfect Grade Unleashed new Gundam? Finally, a 1/60th scale of the new Gundam. Been waiting for that for like, I don't know, 50 years. Is that how long Gundam's been around? But yeah, I'm really excited for that. I do have the Perfect Unleashed RX-78-2, and I enjoyed the hell out of that build. Probably the most intuitive and streamlined model kit I have like ever built ever. So good I had to say ever twice. Now I do have a handful of model kits in my backlog, but I have the choice between the RG RX-78-2 2.0 or to celebrate the PGU new Gundam announcement, I could build the OG MG new Gundam. What a tongue twister. Let me know in the comments below and give this video a like, and remember to subscribe for more of these kind of videos. I really appreciate it if you made it this far, and I'll see you on the next one. So bye bye.